your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another SEC rival, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Alabama's offense will get the first crack at it here. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down and taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Looking for a man. It's Gilliam. Zings it complete to the right. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Rides to back and leaves it. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Alabama quickly back to the line. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So the NC State Wolfpack comes out, and they'll have the ball for the first time. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it first and 10 just outside the 40. Give to the running back. Turning it on! Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's first and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll try to do it himself.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Going to swing it on second down. Right on the money. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play call? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man on the right. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop.
He's going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Got enough for the first. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. Wants to throw. It's Gilliam. Catch in the middle. It's Reddick. Breaks into the open. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds a tight end. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Offense, quick tempo.
If they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Crimson Tide could get very aggressive here on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. Ripping through the defense. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Great job by the back on the option. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off-play action on first down. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Off the play fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And picking up the first down will be nice here, but also important, get some cushion for the punt team. And down he goes back at the 3. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up.
The ball pops out on the return. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets them up at the 26 with the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bama! That his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time. Oh, he's got some space. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. This time it's complete. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. He wants to throw it again. Bring in the heat. Ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Great place to start for this offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's going to take off. Oh, he got loose. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
Leaves it with the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll run the screen, and they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. Target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is. Make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden...
He's got it, first down and more. Touchdown tie. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And the returner is stopped. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 4. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Hits him inside the 20, still going.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now, here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Off play action. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He throws one to the left. Touchdown, NC State! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Back to throw, it's Gilliam. Makes the catch, it's Griffin. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Alabama pushing the tempo. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on...
There he goes! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Running into the open space. He's loose. At the 30. He's at the touchdown, Alabama! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Buys a little time. Throwing on the run. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Wolfpack line up, facing third and approximately half a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Hold and fire complete. Ran right through the defense. He smashes his way through again. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. 1st and 10. Just a short pass to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Now on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Gilliam. Punts it out of the air. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Quick strike through the air for the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
The give from the gun. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the 2nd half. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. It's complete to the right. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a 1st down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The QB did a great job hanging in the pocket, showing great toughness. But I will tell you this, that offensive coordinator ain't happy. He doesn't want to see those hits continue to pile up on his QB.
Looking to throw again. Dances away. Throws to the wideout. That pass is incomplete.
Really good job by the defense. Understand the quarterback got outside the pocket. Now I got to understand where he's at. Now the middle of the field starts to come towards where he's scrambling. The other side of the field comes to the middle of the field. Great job by the defense understanding the quarterback was pressed outside the pocket.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be...
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Here comes that Alabama offense. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Under fire. Makes a grab down the middle. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And they swarm him under. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on third down. Rides the back on the option. The give. The Tide will get the first down.
Yeah, and this offense doing more of what they do. This is the #1 offense in the country in first downs. They find a way to continue to move the football, run, pass, so much balance. This offense is so good.
Off the play fake on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. Finds a man in the middle. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Alabama quickly back to the line. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the air, it's Gilliam. A little screen to the running back. Nice move to keep running. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Barrels ahead. Beck's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Bringing it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the defense forced the quarterback out of bounds before he could get rid of it. Had to take the loss. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. Wants to go up top. It's incomplete. And I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give on the option. Hard running there. And runs through another guy. And he's chased out of bounds at the 6-yard line, and they'll try to stick it in from there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They try to pull a run on the draw. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without score. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown tie.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Used the play fake, now to throw. Gonna take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Alabama! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Going right to work up top. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they turn it into a defensive score.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Get it out on the screen. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back back to pass. Flips it out on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. NC State has to come up with a big play here on third down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the deep play.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Bama! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find her. He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Here comes the offense onto the field again. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Burden. It's complete on the right side. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed. We saw it right there.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. And it slips just inside that right upright. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon.
To the end zone, and it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Leaves it with the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. NC State has to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. Looking for a deep man. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse.
Offside defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Snatches it on the run. And he's brought down after a huge completion. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Fires to the wideout. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Under fire. He's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Hauls it in. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Just keep slinging it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that.
Got some room in to the goal line. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is totally ready in this situation, too. Because of the field position with the offense backed up, they know they're going to try and run the ball, buy themselves some real estate, but they ain't having it. Lots of bodies in the box, close to the line of scrimmage, and they generate a TFL.
He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards.
Third down.